Welcome to the General's Gentleman.
Hey guys, welcome back to the General's Gentleman. My name is The Machine.
My name is Archon Hawk.
Now, today we want to do something a bit more authentic for our long-time viewers. Basically, we're the General's Gentleman, and yet we mainly cast 0 hour. So I feel like it's a little bit disingenuous to the people that come to our channel and want to see some generals, and they're like, what is this 0 hour crap? We want to see some generals.
Proper generals, like
yeah,
CNC generals, man.
None of this 0 hour crap. So today we're going to be casting some generals.
Yeah.
Big fan of this game.
Yeah, it's great.
If you guys didn't know, this is actually where our name comes from. And yeah, so let's get into it. So today, spawning as our red, we have Mitt is number 1.
Fantastic.
The blue is going to be Matto. The green will be played by Ricky3350. And Anonymous will be the purple.
Other players, J2 as our cyan, Drac Laws as our dark green, Caterpillar as our yellow, and I believe that's everyone. We've introduced maybe Matto as our dark blue, and we're getting into it.
It's big free-for-all today.
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
hope you guys
game mode.
like big-scale RTS games. Yeah. So, talk us through the strats, Blake. I'm more of a 0 hour player myself, so I don't quite know the general
That's
strats
understandable.
that well.
Generals is a little bit different. I know that's where we got our name from. Really was my idea. I'm the big fan of this game. So we've got a couple of strats going on here. So spreading out, finding opponents. That's pretty much standard. We see that from our blue, from our green as well. Yellow is employing the a balls deep strat where you just you save up on your king as much as possible, and then you just charge through and you look to get an early takeover. He's actually made a mistake though. He's gone and taken a castle, which is a really interesting choice. He's looking for a king now, but he's taking a castle over during that as well. Continuing to charge along this line. The problem with the strategy is, of course, if red goes to the right-hand side and cuts him off, it's pretty easy to get a king takeover there.
We should probably explain how this game works, because I think most of our players... oh, nice takeover.
Nice.
Basically, every square on the map gives you a extra spawn of units.
Of army, yes. Yeah, and of course, your king generates more on these castles that you can take over, currently controlled by... just a bot slowly ticking up will increase your army size as well. So castles is what you want to take over eventually, but early takeovers are crucial. Yeah, early takeovers are crucial in this game. We see that from yellow, already a fantastic one. Couple of our players out of this game now already.
So you take over your opponent by taking over their general, which is the king thing. Looks like the king on the chessboard. So big army move out here from Caterpillar, but he won't quite get the king, and the king is well defended.
The main thing is the king has been revealed, and that's really important. Actually, losing king also finds the castle takeover as well. Going to be secured back, but once you find the position, obviously your vision ranges are only in a 3x3 block radius around each piece. So, for example, one of these pieces here would have a vision range 3 blocks around it, so just 1 block on each side. And there's a takeover, very nice. Yeah, knowing where the king is very important, as you see there, using king and castle army supply to find that one, and pushing out straight away, that's important as well, finding your next opponent.
So yellow's in a really good spot. Look how well defended his king is. It's in the corner of the map. It's going to be very hard for that to get revealed, but he could be vulnerable there to actually getting flanked around by red. Miss is number 1.
Yeah, especially if it ends up happening. But the problem is, at the moment, red, cyan, and dark blue, they didn't see any of yellow's initial takeovers. And that's really important because yellow's taken over 2 positions. So, according to them, yellow could be anywhere on that right-hand side of the map. And it's much more logical to assume he's in the bottom right corner rather than the top right corner.
Man, the Aqua's king is... Look at where the Aqua's king is. He's protected by a good mountain range, so he can't get flanked.
Of course, yeah, randomly generated maps, and here we go.
Ooh.
Oh, it's going to be a takeover. He's got enough. Did yellow see it? He did. There it is. Very nice.
For now, yellow's a little bit vulnerable here, but actually red doesn't have much units. Very small army count there, only 155 compared to the 800 almost of Caterpillar.
In a much better position now. Several castle takeovers as well. Red could come back from this one if he maybe finds the takeover onto... light green. It is possible he's taking more castles over. Really, castle control is what matters. It's very hard to consolidate an army, so even though it looks like Caterpillar has huge land, at the moment he's 180 compared to the 45 and the 63, looks awesome, but it's very hard to consolidate those troops. So really what you're after is castle takeovers. It's very easy to zoom castle to castle and do a single run to pick up all your army supply.
Because they spawn much faster.
Yeah, they're much
normal.
faster, than regular blocks do, which spawn, I believe, every 25 moves. You'll get one for regular blocks. Castles, obviously, a lot quicker, and yellow finds the takeover. Very nice.
So this game, I think we can see where it's going here. Oh, actually, look at this!
Oh!
You may get the wraparound and snipe down the general. He doesn't have the vision, though. Bear that in mind.
It's going to be a guessing game, but this really is the only way to play. We're at this stage of the game. You can definitely still lose, especially when you don't have a huge army supply on your king. He's going to move out from this one. The army supply isn't there. He's 1,900 compared to 300. He's going to move out now. He's going to lose.
It was quite risky, too. It seemed like Yellow really should have consolidated these castles and taken them back to his general, just so he wouldn't get sniped.
A lot of times you do see players with that kind of strategy. It's take and consolidate. So you take a position and then you consolidate back to your general. And from that point on, you don't move troops away from your general. It's important that you have some army supply there, so just in case you get a run through your troops.
He's seen... Sorry, where his general is. So I think he's just playing with him here.
Yeah, he's just mucking around. So yeah, this game is over.
Yeah, GG, well played to Caterpillar.
Nicely done. The importance of early takeovers here. So.
Please no troller.
Players do this to you all the time because you don't actually quit in generals.
Oh, what? Come.
Oh, that's dangerous. Right. He's playing with fire here. Oh, he found the general!
Oh, man.
It's not going to matter, but he did find the general.
Oh, really? Wow.
Alright. That was a bit troll.
Come on, guys. We know it's April 1st and all, but don't troll us like that. That's just very inconsiderate, I think.
So mid is number one actually taking the game.
Here we are trying to cast some generals, and we have the players messing with us. That's very... I'm not happy, Blake. So, yeah, thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this generals cast. We'll be doing it pretty often from now on. I'm now working full-time for generals. I'm the new game designer. Yep. So we're going to make it a lot more balanced, because right now the asymmetry, I think, is quite frustrating, because you have some factions that just have better late game than others. Yep. So, yeah, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Please send us your generals replays.
It's actually a really good system for it. So, replays, very easy to find. Just copy, paste the URL for your replays, send them in. We're doing a lot more casting in the future. Thanks for joining us.
See ya. Hey guys, welcome back to some generals. Bringing you some more generals action.
I love command and capture generals.
Command and capture generals. Yeah, that's it.
So I did say CNC at the start. I meant
that's
it,
true.
Man. Command and capture generals. That's what we were going to be talking about. So some of our players today, we already see dark green and red. They're having the battle royale, and this obviously ends badly. If you get in a stalemate with one of your opponents early on, you tend to both be out of the game. By the time you find a capturer, it's too late. See how much army supply they've invested into each other? They're right at the bottom of the scoreboard. That happens really consistently. If you don't want to get in a war, you want to find a really quick takeover and then go from there. And you only want to fight one-sided battles as well. Dark Purple going for a run now. He's found the ones line, but he hasn't found the general, which I can't actually see right in the middle. Hasn't found the general yet. That's important. Okay, dark red, so maroon going for a bit more expansion. Yeah, that's running into each other. That's just that they're both out of the game essentially at this stage.
He was incredibly clear. Actually, he may not get him. Yep. Yeah. Oh, red took him over.
Yeah.
So, but Bunny Slippers, despite that takeover, still bottom of the score. There was a takeover there as well. That was blue being taken out.
Anonymous starting to recover now. He's actually gone for a castle capture, producing army supply, pretty much the same rate as kings there, little bit. So yeah, capturing castles or kings, same general income that you're seeing there.
So there's one castle here for yellow as well. Okay, didn't quite see where the general was.
Doesn't have a lot of supply. And actually, the counter poke. And he's actually going to find the general he sees, and there's the takeover. Yeah, dangerous. You don't want to blow all your army supply trying to take over your opponent's territory. Obviously, you're dropping army supply every time you move through a square. So example, just to take over a 2 square, dropping 2 army supply, then another 2 army supply.
There's a big push out here from Purple. His general is actually in a good spot right in the corner there. Purple does take the castle instead, not looking to go for a takeover just yet. So does Purple go for a castle? Does he go for a counterattack? Actually, look at this. He's going right for Anonymous, the what's it called? Magenta.
Yeah, magenta or maroon. I went with
Right.
maroon, so yeah.
Oh,
Finds
he
it,
gets
and
him.
there's a takeover. Very nice.
purple looking very strong in this game.
Certainly
Green,
is.
green has nothing, man. He's so screwed.
Yeah, he's all kinds of screwed, especially so far away from Cyan's general. But who's going to get it? All right, so now we see Bunny Slip is actually going for a run. He has consolidated his position through the castles and things like that. He's running straight in. He didn't actually see the capture. He's completely guessing here that Stegosaurus is in the bottom right corner. He's right.
Wow.
He's correct here. He's not going to have enough army supply and actually gets blocked here, so he doesn't see the general. That can be a really important maneuver. Cancelling your set moves and then charging to stop the reveal of your general. And there's the purple counterattack as well.
You just want to make sure you don't mess it up, because if you move your army out of your general, then you could just get sniped by being out of position. Okay, purple pushing out here, looking for something.
Another cool strategy is scouting out the extent of your opponent's territory and thereby making a best guess where the general is, and Stegosaurus absolutely nails it.
So now it's AUA versus Stegosaurus, and the supply is slightly favoring Stegosaurus. Where is his general again? So it's in the bottom right corner. Aqua is
just there
in the middle left. So this could go either way.
And I'm not sure how many captures Cyan saw. Obviously, when we're talking about vision range, you don't have a lot of it for each of the squares. So I'm not sure how much of an idea Cyan has as to where Stegosaurus' general is.
Well, pretty big consolidation though. Look at Aqua. He has a lot of forces nearby. Where the problem with purple is his army is actually very spread out. He doesn't really have a concentration of forces apart from a handful of these castles. So I think Aqua's in a good spot if he does push out. But if he waits for too long, then I think we're going to see purple eventually taking over, just as he has more territory.
Getting the castle recaptures here as well, that's really important. If you do consolidate your position, it's really easy to lose small numbered castles, 1 and 2 castles, and it's important that you get them back because they are producing army supplies so quickly. Which is what we see here from Stegosaurus, just continually keeping the pressure up, putting pressure on the castles, making sure that AoE has to recapture those on his way out. You can half split your army, so you can move half of a square. So we might start seeing AoA do that, move half the army supply off to capture the next castle, so that at least they have some base.
I think he doesn't know where his general actually is. Yeah, he's going upwards. But look at this big push here from purple, but Aqua is well defended. He has a lot of army supply there in position.
So 606, so it's going to be hard for purple to actually close this game out, but once the general's revealed, it's a pretty crucial turning point in the game. So looking at army supply, it's actually getting a lot closer, 2,700 compared to the 2,000 of AAA.
A lot of those castles have been taken over as well. He finds the general, and purple just has Aqua has no idea where purple is. He just does not know where the starting location was, so he's really searching in the wrong locations, and that's the problem, is when you don't interact with your opponent, you just don't know where the general is.
Yeah, there are so many levels to generals. You have to be aware of starting locations and be aware of takeovers. As you see a player eliminated, you have to kind of look at where their territory goes away from to best guess wherever their takeover, whoever took their territory over came from. So it's very important to actually have a look around.
Especially as there's just so much territory here, you would normally assume that your opponent has their general within where there's most of their territory. Whereas here, he hasn't even captured the majority of his surrounding territory.
Yeah. One of the benefits of leaving the territory around the general just completely by itself. Obviously, this spread isn't very nice, but a lot of time you can kind of follow the light lines where your opponent has consolidated their position, moving units away from castles. But if you haven't moved the units around your general, then you end up with a line of 8s going towards your general. Like, well, they're probably not in that direction. They haven't consolidated from that area. So I doubt there's very much army supply down there.
These castles have been recaptured for Aqua, and the army supply is still favoring purple, and it's actually increasing. And we finally see a big army now is going straight for the general. He probably won't be able to get him, but he'll take the army down significantly. No, he actually will get him.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Whoa.
GG, well played, Stegosaurus. Not exactly king of the Jurassic period, but king of command and capture generals. So yeah.
Good game. Really appreciate this high level play.
Oh yeah, I mean,
these really are high level players.
The problem is we get sent a lot of generals replays from noobs that aren't very good and want advice on how to improve. But casting the higher level generals games is a lot more compelling, and I think the viewers prefer that a lot more as well. So yeah, thank you for watching. Let us know if you want to see more command and capture generals. Hopefully you enjoyed this cast.
See you next time.